Oh, finally, it kicked in. How's it going, guys? Steven here. And I'm in a hotel right now that streamers don't seem to go in at all. I don't know why they don't. So, Barev, hey, you are first today. I'm in a hotel that nobody ever goes in a casino floor that nobody ever streams, or at least I haven't really seen a lot of streams. And when we get to 100 people, I will actually show you where I am, because if I show you behind me, you're not going to see anything. If I show you what's on the other side of me, you're going to know exactly where I am. Scotty is here, Edwin is here, Chris 559 is here. So how's it going tonight? I don't know why the streamers don't come here. This is a nice little place, not far from the strip. Hey, Steven, from Michigan. There you go, Matthew's here, Sharon's here. And so when we get to 100, we will go and explore this hotel, then we'll get to the strip and see where we're at. Let's see, Steve D is here, Matthew Ross is here, Miss Brazil is here, Blackjack, MR is here, Sacktown Swag is here. Yes, hope you guys have had a good day. Hamilton, Ontario's in the house. If you guys did, give me a comment below. I'd like to have a good day. I didn't have a good day. I had a really bad day. But we will see how it goes tomorrow. Enjoying your videos, Carlos says. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Carlos. Dennis Lynch is here. Yeah, I'm not the Rio. I was at the Rio a few weeks ago. Rose is in the chat. Marlene is here too. My count says 18 people. Terry Hale is here. Nice to see you, Terry. I don't know how many it actually is, but when my count says 100, we'll go. WWE announced tonight. Then Jim Grand Arena is sold out. Yeah, I'd say it's not hard to... can you get 18,000 people to go to a WWE event? Absolutely. Brianna's here, CJ's here, QP is here. Enjoy the 4th. I'll try my best. Tanya Rabbit Carrier is here from Calgary. That's my hometown. Nice to see you from Calgary. From the northeast, the southeast, the southwest, the northwest. Scotty is in town. Sally is here. Ronald's here. Oh, you know, says 95. 5 short of getting out to explore this casino. Anyways, Cleveland, Ohio's in the house. How you doing, Cleveland? Yeah, mine says 73. My app doesn't count as real time. The YouTube app is pretty. South Florida's in the house with CK. Timothy Maimona's here. Love the Patreon pick. Yeah, it's different, huh? Considering this is the guy talking to you now. Okay, UFC is live too. I'd rather watch WWE on Peacock for $60 or than pay $60. 104. Okay, I'll believe you guys. I'll take your word on it. So here is where we are now. Silverado Ranch is in the house. Kim is here. It's Vegas time is here. What's up there? It's Vegas time. Yeah, I had a pretty catastrophically bad day actually. I probably need surgery. I tore my tendon attaching my bicep to my forearm, and it doesn't hurt, but I need surgery and I'm freaked out. Michigan here. Vern is here. We're in the Westgate. Of course we are. We're gonna be in Westgate here because Elvis, you know, Elvis is a big thing right now. The King of Rock, the King of Las Vegas, an 8-year exclusive run in the Las Vegas Hilton. 837 consecutive sold-out performances. Entertained some 2.5 million people, enough to fill the Rose Bowl 25 times. Las Vegas' all-time favorite and successful performer. So there you go. We're inside of the... Actually used to be outside, actually, and they brought it inside when Dave bought the property. But this Westgate is not just famous for Elvis. We've had lots of acts through here. You know, so we have Liberace. So yeah, so with like no health insurance, I don't know what to do. I'm kind of screwed because I would need an orthopedic surgeon to fix this thing. Elvis, first live appearance in 8 years, 4 weeks only with the Stamps Quartet. July 31st, look at that. Coming up on 79, 89, 99, 2009, 2019, 2021, 22. We're coming up on 53 years, and Westgate is still known for performances and all sorts of bands coming through. The new Elvis movie is excellent. So we had Liberace, this is Elvis here in a press conference at the Las Vegas Hilton back when it opened in no, it was the International when it opened in 1960 something, and then it was the Las Vegas Hilton, and then it was the Hilton International. But they've had, of course, Manilow is still performing to this date out here. Are there any Fanilows in the crowd? Look at him, he hasn't aged much since 1994. 20 odd, oh sorry guys, 20 odd years ago. And then we had Barbra Streisand and other performers that came through here. Actually, the first performer in this hotel was Barbra Streisand. This is Anne Margaret. So Red and Margaret, but this is Barbara. She actually opened up the theater where Elvis is. So she was the very first. Although Elvis is famous for taking it over. This is the old, see, it looks like the Starship Enterprise, you know? This is the old Star Trek experience. They turned it into, half of it is a Westgate timeshare area. Tony, can I show us Benihana's? Thank you, Tony. Yes, I can. Guess what? You get my boy Freddie Mercury saying hi to you, giving you a wink and a nudge. I got 2 more animated gifts tonight. Who's gonna be the next one? There you go. So we have, I will show you Benihana's. Yeah, we can get over there before we leave, Tony. Thank you. So this is the old Star Trek experience. When you come up to the door, you try to enter, they say, come, and then you come in like Picard. Isn't that funny, right? Adele announced she is finally doing some shows. She said she's going to fulfill her original slate of 24 shows, and then she also, Adele, the singer, was supposed to, okay, so let's go back to this in case you don't know. Adele, the singer, was supposed to perform in Vegas starting back in, I believe, February or March, something like that. And she had a residency at Caesar's Palace called Weekends with Adele. She was contracted to do several weeks worth of shows, or several months worth of shows, but then at the very last minute she canceled when a lot of her fans were even in mid-air flying from the United Kingdom or all over the world to see her. She canceled 12 hours in advance for her first show. And she blamed it on the COVID, because that's what you blame things on nowadays, but that wasn't the case. It turns out she was really unhappy with her set. She didn't like her set designer, but what I really think is the case is that she was thinking,
David, how you doing?
oh, what's your name?
I'm Jim Hilfrey.
Mr.
Watch your channel.
Hilfrey, nice to meet you. Do you want to be on my stream, or
Sure.
flip the camera around here? Hold on a second for us. All right, so hold on. Jim here. Where are you from?
I'm from Philadelphia.
From Philadelphia.
Yeah, I'm here for about 5 days.
You bring any tasty cakes?
Oh, no, man.
See, I learned that from somebody. He said, first of all, it's not a cheesesteak, it's a Philly steak.
Yeah,
That's a tasty cake.
there's good cheesesteaks and there's bad.
What's the pizza like down here? Is it any good?
It's a pepperoni. Would you like a slice?
No, I'm okay. I'm just wondering if it's good compared to what they got on the East Coast, you know?
Yeah, they're all catching up.
They're all catching up. You got a lot of you guys move out here when you're tired of snow, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for watching my channel.
All right, Steve.
You have a great night, okay? Thank you so much. That's always fun to me. Glad you guys bumped into me. So Adele, you know, what I think is she doesn't like to perform. She's admitted before that she's had like severe nausea and anxiety attacks. I think Adele was looking for a reason not to perform. And so anyways, the story goes that Adele is coming back. Right now you have Morrissey doing their Viva Moz Vegas, M-O-Z as in zebra, at the Caesars Forum. But after that, there's going to be a hiatus where there's no bands in there. And then Rod Stewart comes back, and they're saying Adele will be back. What's up, Evan's mom? How you doing? Nice to see you here again. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to have to find a doctor, and maybe I can do some trade with my advertising job, but I'm kind of screwed money-wise on that, my medical problem I have today. Anyways, look at this. We got bands lining up at Westgate. And as per the request of Mr. Anthony, we're going to go over here. I should watch myself. Tony might not like himself called Anthony. So this is Benihana. This is, we have such memories. I mean, we came here when it was the Hilton, you know? And Benihana is, of course, famous, but one in Vegas is very famous. I tore my tendon in my left arm. My bicep is detached from my forearm. It's somewhat sore, but it doesn't hurt. But I will not have full mobility of my arm probably ever again unless I fix it surgically. So this is Benihana down here. That's going to require an orthopedic surgeon. It was I was trying to do some practice. I was trying to get into martial arts, and then somebody went a little bit too hard, and it's not like I can sue anybody because the guy is just a guy. We were just in a park doing it together. So anyways, it sucks, and it's been a bit of a rough day. I had to break it to the wife. She's like, why did you take the risk? I'm like, I don't know, self-defense, look at the world nowadays. So I told her, I'm like, I won't take any more risks, you're right. I will mitigate that, no zip lines, no free falls from the stratosphere, stuff like that. But she's like, you know, you're lucky you didn't hurt your knee because you walk on your live streams, and you're lucky you didn't hurt your head because you talk for a living. I'm like, God bless you, honey, I know. So the Benihana as like a separate on these like 3 levels. It goes up like this. So detached. And I can't go to the gym, and I'm kind of like devastated. I'm depressed. I'm right-handed, so this happened on my left hand. I mean, I'm holding my gimbal with my left hand right now. It doesn't hurt. I gotta point this out. It really doesn't hurt all that much, but it's a little sore to the touch. But I'm not like, I didn't shatter bones, but I'm gonna need a surgeon to reattach to these. It sucks. So I'm kind of freaking through. What's up there, Jose Claudio? What's up, Dominic Gutierrez? Always there. They always have a band out. They have a huge. We're not gonna poke our face in the sports book because that's kind of like a cardinal no-no of the hotels. They always have something cool out here. Westgate, 4th of July, 2022. They're gonna play Crazy by You. Crazy, 'cause I'm crazy on you. Crazy on you. Tommy John's. Need Tommy John surgery. Oh, we got a bad connection coming in. Slow network. Give me a few minutes to correct. Yeah, it's the worst. I mean, especially with trying to help out the family overseas and stuff. But anyways, oh, look at that. My connection got way better real fast. That's nice. They cut me a break, yo. So I don't know why people don't go into the Westgate. I mean, this is a nice little property. I think it's definitely worth taking a look at. They have a huge amount of convention facilities. They're always doing something cool in the back. Let's go back inside. I just want to show you guys the front here. This is the Westgate Resort. Virginia's in the house. It's pretty obvious what's happening, you know, like the arm has a 3-inch gap between where my bicep used to be, and I heard a popping noise. Honestly, I was. So, what I think is that since God wants me to be a complete person, able to do good things for Him, through Him, I think that everything will be okay. And I'll work it all out, and I'll get surgery in the next few weeks. I think it'll be okay, but it's just trying. So, anyways, it's just a financial problem right now, and you know, I don't need more of those. None of us do. Let's go inside the Westgate a little bit. We're going in the Westgate, baby. Yeah. Good to see you. Boots in a boots, Brian says. Thank you so much. I will keep up the good Vegas information. So let's go back and see how far we can go before our signal fades away. It's funny because Westgate has this like really locals vibe to it, but it's totally not a locals hotel. I mean, I just think it's pretty cool. They have a center bar up here, which is good. Nobody ever looks at the Westgate, but I think it's worth a look, you know? My good buddy Gordon, he's the vice president of casino marketing over here, and I haven't been here in quite some time. So the center bar. Well, I remember coming here in like 2004, you know? And the thing about coming here in 2004 was that was about the same time that the Palms girls, everybody's like, oh, you're gonna Palms girl, and they were all 20-year-old, you know, 20-year-old girls serving. But this place here has some of the older servers in the city, and so that's not a knock. I just want to be really, 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 really upfront about that. But I think it's great that they don't force their people out, because I've heard stories about some hotels in Vegas forcing people into different positions. So if they're like a cocktail waitress, they might make really good money because they have a really great personality and they're really nice to their clients. I've heard of, you know, they're not allowed to. Yeah, know, they'll be like, well, we don't have a position for you as a cocktail server anymore, but you can go and be in the back office somewhere, which is a type of ageism, of course. Hi, everybody. So there's my problem. See how it goes back? It goes back like 2 inches. It's not supposed to look like that. That's not. I would look like Popeye the Sailor Man. This arm, everything is like linked up properly the way it's supposed to be. So that's what I'm doing with today. But God will provide for me. I loved it when it was the, what? Oh, the Hilton. Yeah, we just showed that earlier. I'll go past it again. It's now a gift shop, or I said I wouldn't show you the back, but I'm showing you the back. This is the arguably larger sports book than Circa. Like, you know, Richard's my friend and all, but I'm not gonna lie to you. This is arguably a much larger sports book than Circa Sports is, but Stadium Sports, that is. Look at that, the Alouettes lost to the Rough Riders 41-20. Rough Riders. Anyways, this is the sports book back here. It's really big, honestly. It's huge. Yeah, it's not arguably, it's obviously larger. So they're doing brunch over here at the Fresh Buffet every day, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Oh, look at that. They also actually have breakfast and lunch. So there's another buffet. Put in your feather in your cap for your buffets. It's the Fresh Buffet over at the Westgate. Never had it, but pretty affordable if it's under 30 bucks for all of the different offerings. So I can't stress this enough. Like, I'm not in pain. I'm just in mental anguish. The types of surgeries cost $30,000. So I don't know. Yeah, that's a pretty good deal. What do you say? So this place is steeped in absolute Vegas history in nearly the 50s. So we have, is that Dean? We got Tom Jones, I think. They usually have little like placeholders to tell you what you're looking at, but you know. John says if your tendon was torn, you would know. Well, maybe I just sprained it, but I heard a pop. You that said you. Wake up tomorrow and it's not hurting. Yeah, it's gonna be choppy right now. We're in the middle of the hotel. Look at outside. There's not much else to show you in this place, but it's a really neat hotel, and I think you guys should definitely visit it. I think it's worth taking a look at. It's worth a look-see. We're going there, Bruce. Nice to see you again, Bruce. Mukbang. I ruptured my Achilles. It didn't really hurt either, but I heard a loud pop like a gunshot. Yeah. Like I say, there's probably surgery involved. I'm screwed. Or else I'm going to have no ability to go and exercise anymore. I can't lose that. I'll figure it out. I will figure everything out. So look at this. We're showing like some history of the property because the Westgate's coming up obviously on their anniversary. We'll show the Westgate here. This is the International Hotel from 1960. Okay, so now we know. So for 2 years it was the International. You can see the building. This has to be probably the first time that they ever built like a curved type of. And now that is still to this date the way it works. And then we have, which it was from 1971 to 2012. Now, one fun fact about the sign, when they built the Hilton sign, they built it way. The original sign blew over at a point. And because of the winds out here got a little bit crazy. I like how the pool is shaped the same shape as the hotel. Then we had the LV out of it, so they just kept it LVH, obviously. And then we have the Westgate in 2014. Now, of course, Westgate used to have the Planet Hollywood Towers by Westgate, which is currently the Alara. It's just really a naming. Well, you know, the Hilton sold one of their properties to us and bought one from us. And it's like, no, That's actually not what happened, but okay, whatever you want to say. I have opinions on that, but I won't say them for lawsuit reasons. I love Westgate, though. I love when they do these signs out here. These are big in Asia. When it was Hilton, the Star Trek experience. Oh yeah, I said I would show you guys that. Shoot. Son of a gun. Let's go back in for half the GIF. So, if you weren't here in the first few minutes, you wouldn't have seen it. So I'll show it to you right now. Oh, it's a Uber waiting area. The leftover. I am on Star Trek Season 2. I just watched, which one did I watch? I watched the one where they make Wesley Crusher do like a study of rocks, and there's a whole other subplot about Riker's dad coming in. It was kind of not great, but there's no really such thing as a bad version of the Star Trek episode for Next Generation. So Elvis. So I said I would show you guys where the Star Trek experience used to be. If you guys are Star Trek fans, you recognize the doors. The doors are shaped like sci-fi. But this is currently where they do the tours for Westgate's timeshare operation. So now the Westgate is in a timeshare resort here. I believe there are timeshare rooms here. They took some of the hotel inventory out, made it into timeshare rooms. But you know, anybody can stay at the Westgate. But you can see the Star Trek look right here too. So this is a gift shop. The last remnants of the Star Trek Next Generation Star Trek experience. See the channeling on top. It looks like something you'd see out of sci-fi. Well, it's not an accident. And you get the floor. It's kind of crazy, right? Does the Westgate have the monorail? It does. Mono means one and rail means rail. It does have a monorail connection point. Look at the old. I believe actually this gas station is not here. It's on the other side of the street at this point, but International. And then Hilton, you know, there was a time when Hilton dominated Las Vegas. You had the Hilton International, then there was the Las Vegas Hilton, and then you had the Flamingo Hilton, obviously. And then what most people don't know that I read is that at one point they were going to call the Paris Hilton. And I'm not joking. Whose video is frozen? Refresh if your video is frozen. I don't think anybody's frozen. My chat's frozen. I don't see any freezes, so no. Why not do rail? That last airbender. Oh, Elvis's finger. You don't want to mess with Elvis here because the ghost of Elvis lives at the Westgate. This guy is the best dressed. That's the timeshare ambassador right there. He's doing timeshare stuff. Timeshare guest. Paris Hilton. The Paris hotel is going to be originally partially owned by the Hilton. So the Paris hotel almost became the Paris Hilton. You know, it's like, oh, I parked myself at the Paris Hilton for the night. Get it? Because she made a sex tape. But you know, if you got to explain the joke, it ain't funny, yo. But anyways. So yeah. But at the last minute, that didn't happen. Bruce says, well, I think that guy's there to actually check in timeshare guests, like timeshare owners. Which is totally fine. There's a whole convention area back here. We're going to get to the main strip in just a few minutes. One night in Paris Hilton, exactly. Nobody wants to buy anything. That's why salespeople exist. Sales is not a bad profession, you know. There's just some bad people in the profession. But it happens in every profession. If I stayed, I would get monorail pass so I could go up and down the strip. Yeah, you could do that. I mean, the thing about the monorail is it's not always the most convenient way to get around places because once you get off the monorail, you have to go through a giant hotel versus like the bus, which just drops you in front of everything. I had my knees repaired. I had some arthritis and meniscus was torn. I tore my meniscus, Matthew, in my left knee a few years ago. And I didn't go to a doctor for it, but I got the Baker's cyst and stuff, Matthew. It's pretty gnarly. C157. crazy thing that, and it's a peptide, and it healed my meniscus within 2. And if you ever so anyways, I had GNC, and all I want is, I feel really bad store. You're saying you're doing long and I think I have a bad connection. It was said to be a great show here in town. Would not be the nice thing in this world. More givers than takers in the world. That's what we need. Let's get out to the main strip. I'm getting mugged. No, I'm okay, guys. I'm okay, you're okay, everybody's okay. We're out here. It's Vegas, baby. The main strip awaits us. We got the moon out here. We're in America. Nobody's stopping us, asking us randomly for our papers. It's a good place to be. It's a real good place to be. You say on the 10th it's going to be 112? That's so far away from now. Let's hope that the long-range forecasts, which are estimates at best, are wrong, okay? It's pretty hot, dude. Hello, Steve. We see you a lot now these days. You're doing excellent. Thank you so much. Irene says, let's go. David Andrews is here. What's up, Mr. Scotland? Ever since you switched. I'm not on Verizon, but that's okay. I'm on a team. Guys, put a T or a V for when I had better or worse service. Like, you know, Verizon was worse. So where do you think I had better service if you've been watching me for a while? T or V? Because you guys know my story if you've been watching me for a while. Aye, David Andrews says, like a true Scotsman. Aye, David Andrews, Mr. Andrews, talking like a true Scotsman in the chats. Aren't you? And that's a Canadian racing. Anyways. The signal's okay right now. I mean, T-Mobile is correct, yeah. I mean, my Verizon was always up and down. It was ridiculous. Yeah, everybody's been watching me. My Verizon was consistently bad in the same places all the time. Actually, the last time I had a bad connection on T-Mobile, I actually called T-Mobile and I said, hey, Boulevard South, that's the Flamingo, can you look into it? And then I was there 2 weeks later and the signal was great. So T-Mobile seems to give a lot of rats butts about stuff, if you know what I mean. They seem to care. Should we go to the Mardi Gras? The Mardi Gras what? Mardi Gras? There's no Mardi Gras casino anymore. That was at, where was that at? I don't know what you're talking about. The Mardi Gras was, Mardi Gras in the Sky was at the Rio. It's gone now. David will be here tomorrow. Right now, we're walking on, what is this? Elvis Presley Boulevard, away from the Westgate. We're going towards the main strip, which is on the other side of the Fountain Blue and these towers here. Oh my gosh. RR did $20 on PayPal. Thank you so much. You're gonna get, guess what you get? You get a new GIF, animated GIF. It's, look at this, it's John Luke, and he is so happy. Thank you so much. You get a John Luke Picard in the chat. You're awesome for that. Appreciate you, RR. I don't say your names when you donate on PayPal because some people use their real names versus their synonyms here, although I think RR uses her real name here on YouTube. So we have our Fountain Blue, I believe, what is this, the Turnberry Towers over here. I'm in Wyoming. We get Salt Lake City News and the weather folks at Fox. They're completely messed up the forecast. They could. Jay Grant, we were down at Brooklyn Bowl yesterday. Yeah, we were downtown yesterday. We're a good 5 miles away from downtown right now. And I don't know if I'm into it. I've had quite the stressful day. But we'll go and stream downtown, so make sure you subscribe to my channel. And then I stream downtown all the time. Actually, people ask me oftentimes, what's your favorite place? And I would say almost go towards downtown nowadays, especially. Walk to the Strip, Flamingo Casino. That's a fun part of the Strip to walk in. Yeah, I agree. We were there 2 days ago. How long is the walk to Resort World from there? Not far, actually. It's actually the building right here next, like when we butt up against this. So it's 5 minutes for me if I'm walking at my gate. Probably 10 minutes for you. It's really close to the Strip. I will say I'm a proponent of Westgate. They've treated me really well in the past. They've treated my wife really well. We have a lot of really good memories at the Westgate. Stay at the Westgate if you're considering coming here. You know, don't do a timeshare tour for a room. I kind of don't like the Westgate timeshare tour. I would not recommend that one, but don't do a special offer to get a free room, but just stay with your own money and enjoy life. They have a lot of good dining. They always have a band out front. Lots of good entertainment comes through the Westgate, and it's literally 10 minutes away from everything. So yeah, if you're walking, that is, you can take the monorail and get down to the MGM in 10 minutes if you want, you know? No, Brooklyn Bowl is downtown, unfortunately. It's downtown on, oh no, wait, you're right. Sorry, dude, I'm an idiot. Why did I say downtown Brooklyn Bowl? Wow, my brain is not working. I'm under a lot of stress today because of this health thing. I'll talk more about it on Patreon. Yeah, he's doing that thing again where he tries to get us to join Patreon so he can get things. What a jerk. I feel like I'm in. Where is my just a few. Garage. Just perfect. Side streets. A lot more consistent. Your way to office. I'm losing my. Bad connection to the main street. $5. You $5. If anybody can. This is ridiculous. Good. I'm almost to the Strip. No, not a yes right now. It really there it is. Good. All right. Do I have any more viewers? I got 200 or so hardcore viewers who stayed with me. Give me a check. Can I get a check? Good video quality check. Somebody say check in the chats for me. Say check in the chats if I'm back in action. We're still out here. Say check in the chats. Why don't I just do all my streams on Patreon? I have been blessed, absolutely blessed, with 230 30 Patreon members, which is more than anybody else in Las Vegas that I know of. But, you know, we're just trying our best to make a living out here, and super chats and PayPal donations are a big part of that. So I'm not going to ask my Patreon people to pay me more. I just do. Somebody said I should sell pay-per-views. I'm like, no, people get the streams for free. If they want to donate to me because they're being generous or because they've been blessed, then that's cool. But I'm not going to like charge people for it and say you can only watch it if you're on Patreon, because that's a death sentence. There's way too many other people who are streaming right now. There's probably 5 streams going right now, and 359 beautiful souls are watching this one. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I don't think I'll be doing that. Although, you know, there's some people that do like, you know, there's podcasts, and what they do is they do the first half of their podcast in video, and then the second half puts up a thing and says, if you want to watch the rest of the video, go over to, you know, our pay site. We do that kind of stuff. Gypsy, I separated my bicep from my forearm today on my left arm. So I'm kind of freaked out about how much it's going to cost to fix it, or else I'm not going to be a complete human being for the rest of my life. But anyways, we're going to be positive out here and look at the most gorgeous. I mean, I love Resorts World style, but there's something about Circus Circus that I really like. Something about it that just kind of speaks to me about the old chic of Las Vegas, you know, the old 1960s era that is gone. Even Caesars, Flamingo, even these old properties have just added and modernized, but Circus Circus has bucked to the trend and stayed almost identical to what you would see in an old postcard from the 1960s, and you got to give it all the credit and all the props in the world for that. I like it. So hello, Anthony. It's about, who said what now? It's about the host with this. It's about the host with these streamers. I don't know what you mean, Matt W. What do you mean by that, my friend Matt W? Matt W, what do you mean by that? It's good to have the old themed resorts. I just saw Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas for the first time. You know, that movie I'd have to purchase. I don't think you can watch it for free. I have a Roku. If you don't have a Roku, they're so great. You can say or type in the name of something and it'll show you all the services it appears on, and if you have those services, and you don't have to buy it. I can't get it for free anywhere, so I'm kind of on the edge about watching it, because if I have to pay money for it, I've heard it's kind of not a good movie. Like, okay, don't get mad at me because I said that Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas is not a good movie. It's not a great movie, but it has a cult status, and it has a Vegas Johnny Depp thing to it, you know what I mean? So it's not to say that I shouldn't watch it, but I'm just not willing to put money into it right now. I'm at the old Riviera site. This is very true. It's now a giant, huge parking lot until we get over to the Pepper Mill, which is on the other side. So we're on the north end of the strip tonight. We have our Resorts World over here. I can guarantee you, I have exceedingly low viewership numbers right now. I don't know what's up with that. It could be that there's, today is Saturday, right? So is there special events happening tonight? What's happening tonight? Tell me about what's happening. What special events, like UFC or any big events happening? Yes, there are. There's a fight here in town. Well, that's on Monday. The last Resorts World, I like it. What's up, Bill Vic? Do you prefer Fremont Street to the Strip? Honestly, I prefer Fremont Street to the Strip because I can see more. Like with Fremont Street, if you exit the canopy for an hour and you come back to it, all the street performers have usually changed up. It becomes a different game altogether. So every time you go to Fremont, there's some band playing some song you never heard, or somebody doing some street performance you've never seen. I mean, the casinos, they stay relatively the same, obviously, but outside of Fremont is always a show for everybody. It's pretty good. It's getting windy out here. I might have to attach my microphone so you guys can hear me well. Hold on a sec. Let's see if I have that in this bag. I may not. Hopefully I do. Barrett Jackson car auction just finished. You can walk by a couple of their on-screen personalities just outside the Hilton. I might. Which Hilton? There's the, because isn't it at Mandalay Bay? I think it is. Fremont is inclusive. Fremont's also a bit of an older crowd as well. So there's that. Thunderstorms on the East Coast. What's the temperature? Well, hold on. Holy crap. So here's why I have this. Listen to this. So that's better, right? Anthony Clarkson, cash for Stephen Arm. Oh, thank you, Anthony. You're going to get the Vegas, the resort bargain of the world, which I don't know where this comes from. I'm going to have to look it up one day. Thank you so much, Anthony Clarkson. Woo! You're awesome. Do I know how to ride a bike? Yes, Mike, of course. I used to ride a bike all over Vegas, but it was very hot in the summertime. Yep. Like magic. Oh, I know. Absolutely. If it's better mic quality. Gusty winds tonight. I'm sure other streamers have my setup for audio when it's windy, but I like it. All I'm using is a little $15 iPhone lightning connector and a $90 Rode lavalier mic and a dead cat, because you have to have the dead cat. De-theming of Vegas is a big time sad. I agree with you, trauma factor, but it seems to be that that's the trend, and then most resorts come out rather generic looking like the Resorts World. Let's go over to Resorts World. So Elvis, somebody asked where is Elvis? Elvis is at the Westgate property, because it was the old International when he got there. Made that place famous, and they made him famous too. So I'm guessing that UFC and other large events are probably what's keeping the viewership low. Can I do an Ellis Island steak and eggs review? I didn't know if they had steak and eggs there. I know they have steak, that's for sure. Yeah, we can maybe get over there. The de-themed trend is to not offend anyone in cultures. That's true. I mean, I'm sure there are some pirates that are offended by the Treasure Island. Romans hate the Caesar's Palace. You know, Caesar's theming can never go away. I mean, it's called Caesar's Palace, for gosh sakes. Yeah, it's always windy in Vegas. That's the one thing about this place. It's like you have heat, but then you have the wind sometimes. Hey, Steve, keep walking down, and you will pass the new ballpark site. On my show on Friday, A's president Dave Cavall told me it's going to be a retractable roof. I don't think the A's are moving here, but you probably disagree with me, Zenny, but I appreciate you. I think the A's are going to stay in Oakland because they just passed that vote. But maybe they're just reaching. Maybe the city council is fine. But then I think in Oakland, what's happening with the Oakland A's, so if you guys don't know what's going on, Americans love baseball, the national pastime, right? But Oakland loves the A's, but the A's don't love their home where they play. I believe they still play in the old Oakland Alameda Coliseum. Zenny is probably going to want to correct the record as I'm talking, which is totally cool, because he's an A's expert. You should go watch his channel. But, you know, they've wanted out of that stadium just like the Raiders did, and they haven't been able to get out of there. But now they're talking about moving the whole shebang to Las Vegas. So the site you're talking about is actually this way on the right. It would be on the other side of Circus Circus. And, but I don't know if it's going to happen, because they passed a city council motion in Oakland that was a big hurdle for the A's to stay there, and they have an absolutely gorgeous looking site that they might want to build on. And the plans are beautiful, and it's a waterfront ballpark, and it would form an entertainment district and bring a lot of money to the city in the long run, so we'll see. Bernadette Lonefire says, hi from my 3 cats and I. Each day is tough, but your vlogs get me through. Oh, thank you so much. You get Freddie Mercury winking at you. Fabulous, fabulous. Darling. What did he say? So we're back here on the Strip. Let's pop our noses into Resorts World. See what they have to show us inside. I like the property a whole bunch. I think you should check it out while you're here. Freddie had a great voice. He never got his teeth fixed because he was convinced that his teeth were part of his voice, but science has since said it's wrong. He's not correct. It was more like the bone structure in his face and his throat. I just want to thank you guys too. You really helped us with all of your support last month. Everybody watching is probably relatively old school to the channel, so your super chats and your PayPal donations and all that, they keep us able to do this every day. This is my 38th or 39th live stream in a row. I don't know which one. I've lost count. I know it's one of those two. So I love to do them for you, and thank you guys so much. Thank you for live streaming every day. Thank you so much, Tony 20L fan. You know, when you tip your streamers that you like, it really gives them the sense of them doing something that it feels for me. If I get a tip or something, I know that I'm doing a good job. I know that I'm deserving of something. I'm providing some kind of joy or some happiness to you. That's what that tells me. So thank you. County finally showed the spot for the new Bills Stadium. Is it in Toronto? Just kidding. That'll never be here. Best Vegas. Thank you, Belsey. So let's see what Resorts World has going on. The biggest news at Resorts World is that they have actually officially opened, well, when there's a convention happening, they've officially opened the Tesla Loop Tunnel. So that is now definitely a thing. Let's go and actually show you what that looks like before we go into Resorts World. I've never heard a Vegas streamer beg the way I do. I gotcha. Thanks so much, buddy. No, they just do it by sitting there eating food for an hour and not saying anything until you super chat them. Where does it connect to? So it goes over to the convention center. They have the west and the south halls. And then they say the next up from there will be the Encore and it will be the Wynn. But if you look at the whole system map, they've approved it for downtown. They're going to do them in loops, like it's called the loop system for a reason. So they're going to have a loop that runs through the Caesars properties and connects with a hub to the MGM properties, which connects to a hub to, you know, this north end, which connects to a hub to the downtown area. So it'll be pretty cool. How much does the tunnel, how much is the charge? There's no charge if you're here for a convention. They just let you in for free. So I'm unemployed, so I can only sporadic. No, Holly, just share the video. That's all you need, man. Holly. So please, Holly, just share the video. Holly Hawthorne from Hawthorne, California. They named the whole town after her. Don't worry about it, Holly. Lots of people are not in a position to donate. And I just say, share the video, like the video, drop us a comment, subscribe to the channel. Those are all free things that help the channel grow too. So this is the entrance. Now they say it's open for convention traffic, but it doesn't look very open right now. I imagine that's because they don't want people inadvertently pulling in here. But this is the entry right now. So right here, right now, right here, right now. So that's what the loop looks like going down. Now, what I'm not really totally understanding is why this even comes up this way, right? It's a loop system, so the cars are not supposed to be leaving the loop system, unless what I'm thinking is this entryway into here could be for taxis or for transportation that wants to drop somebody off at the loop. So this is what the loop looks like inside the wrong. So that's what it looks like all the way inside. Very similar to what the convention look like. Steven, are you begging more than you have ever did before? Wow, I got a lot of trolls tonight. Why do I read those comments? I don't mean to. Sometimes I just read comments. Well, hello, did you guys see that girl? I didn't see that girl. Sorry, buddy. I was pointing my camera at the loop. If there's a girl down there, we should probably investigate it, because there's definitely not supposed to be anybody down there. Are you doing FaceTime with Caroline tomorrow? We have to figure that out, because she was like, well, we can do it on Sundays. And I'm like, right, you're right. I can stream from home on Sundays, right? And then we'll work it out for you. If it's not going to be this week, it can be next week. What I'll do is, if you're on Patreon, I have a bunch of I have a bunch of videos that I'll throw up. I'll make sure I do it tomorrow, because I've been saying I will do it, but I was trying to collect them. So I'll string them all together and show you guys her life over there if you're on Patreon. And I'll share those videos privately tomorrow with you guys there. How hot is it here tonight? It is currently 97 degrees, so it's not bad at all. No complaining. Steve. See, I'm gonna have to read these comments before I just blurt them out now. You've never bothered me for $1 ever. Oh, thank you, Perry. I appreciate you. But when I see you in Vegas, I might throw you something in 2 weeks. Oh, that's cool if you do. If you don't, you don't. I got some in real life super chats and they're gone now because somebody needed them more than me. I ran into a nice guy today, but he needed some help, so we helped somebody else today with him. So we have this, like it says rides available directly to the convention center, but as far as I know, it's not, the loop is not running unless the convention center has an event going on. Like, maybe it is. Let's go find out. Maybe we could just go back there. Look, they're celebrating their 1 year Resorts World anniversary now, which is pretty cool. It's pretty nice. Yeah, Perry, if you can't, you can't. Like, just enjoy your trip in Vegas. Enjoy your time in Las Vegas. That matters more than anything else. Don't worry about me. Everybody has a plan. You know, on a long enough timeline, everything zeroes out, and that's the way the world works. It does just seem like yesterday. I mean, all my problems were so far away. Now they've got a place to hide away. So the loop looks like it is open. This is the escalator into the loop. So we're going down to the loop right now. June 24th. June 24th, 2021. But maybe I'm wrong, William. I'm moving to Vegas real soon with God's willing. There you go, Xavier. Interesting place to live. So yeah, the loop, the loop is open. I see 0 cars. Irene got it. Underneath the. Let's see if I can get you a peek at this. So yeah, we're gonna have bad connection, but there it is. That's the loop station. But before we completely lose, there. We're just trying to show you guys. Oh, June 28th. Okay, soft opening, William. So you and I will agree that your grand opening date is correct, I'm sure. My soft opening date was very wrong. And you said the soft opening date was the 28th. Well, then, I mean, it's been a year then. Stephen, did you ever get into a ride the boat at Luxor before they removed it? No. So if you guys don't know this, when they, isn't that quite the view coming up here? When they opened up the Luxor, the check-in was a boat you had to take to check in, but everybody hated it. It was a stupid idea because it caused the check-in process to take an hour in most cases. So they monetized it and made it into a 4D ride, but I never got to ride it. I came here about a year after the Luxor opened for the first time back in 1990, whatever it was. So the Luxor had already opened. It was back when everything opened within a few years of one in itself. What's with the ads for sex out here? I'm lucky I'm not a moderator. Perry, oh, I got $10 from MW. MW, thank you. You get cornholio. He needs tippy for his butthole. Thank you so much, MW, for the PayPal. He used the link right up there. But my finger, you don't need a PayPal account. It takes any card. It's a donation link. So the Luxor, they monetized their check-in process, made it into a 4D ride, as you say. And I never got to ride it though. But it was one of those things that nobody thought would really slow the process down, and it was the ultimate theming. You got to ride down the Nile River in order to check in at the resorts at the Luxor. But Luxor is a nice little budget hotel, I've been told by people. What am I doing out here again? I should go back in. room rates dropping rapidly. It depends on when you're looking. I mean, what are the room rates like at Labor Day? I'm sure they're top. Room rates will drop after this weekend because this weekend is the big holiday weekend. And Vegas will always have a bit of a recession in the market right after a big holiday weekend. What's going on with the shops over at Aria? I'm not sure, Anthony. The big pyramid on the strip was the ultimate theme. It is the ultimate theme. It's the other reason why you can't ever really de-theme that hotel. Why would you want to? I think it's fine. Casino Kate hears the Luxor is haunted. I need to do that video documentary thing. So Critical, can I go to the strip? We're kind of like, this is kind of the strip. I'm just going to tell you this right now. We're on Resorts World. And we're going to explore here for a little bit. So I think also, because things come in waves, you got to realize like a week or two ago, these streams were hitting 1,000 subscribers. That's also very seasonal. Like people coming here for the 4th of July, they want to check out Vegas before they come. They opt over to YouTube and to see live streams. Would I scream if I saw a ghost? I don't believe in ghosts or spirits. I believe when we die, or we go to hell because of our sins that we have not accounted for. Steph says this Gatsby's is a cool little bar in the middle. It's I actually do like this. What is the lake? Today was obviously a bit of a bumpy ride for me. We'll talk. I could probably do Lake Mead, to be truthful with you, because there's so much media out there for it already. So I may even complete a documentary without doing extra filming. I pee on dead people, says Steven. Is Vegas recession proof? It's coming, buddy. Thank you so much. I pee on dead people. You get Bruno Mars dancing around on the Four Queens downtown for that one. Boom. Thank you. Trauma Factor. John Panette had a comedy bit about the Wizard of Oz themed buffet at MGM. No, I never went to that buffet, but thank you. You get Kermit the Frog as we look at this cool, giant, huge light display here. And I think our slow connection is over, which is good. Do you believe COVID was bad in Vegas? Yes, we had a very bad rates of COVID out here. Especially folks that were our essential workers, our heroes. Essential workers, you know, medical field, delivery drivers, truck drivers, retail employees. This is really cool. Look at this, like Mars. So they do this big light and sound show here once every, I think, 15 minutes. Now it's the moon. Oh no, that's Earth. That's Earth with all the, at night. Wow. Oh, this is cool. Critical, yeah, definitely. I live here. I'm here every night. I'm on the strip every night, or I'm downtown every night. I'm somewhere every night. Look at that. I got Google Earth going on. Oh, no. What are we back to? We're back to Mars, everybody. So this dome was originally in the renderings going to be outside, but now it's inside. It's kind of like the ultimate Instagrammable location here. It's smart. Steph says hit like. Thank you, Steph. Asteroids, baby. Yeah, this thing is gorgeous. It's very big. Compared to the other people, how large it is. Whoa, Sefer Aman. Thank you so much, Sefer. You're new to this, so we're going to give you NBA Jam. He's heating up. Boom shakalaka. Thank you, Suffer. Appreciate your super chat generosity, my friend. The pool's free in Vegas. The pool where you're staying is free. So whatever hotel you're staying at has a free pool usage. Otherwise, there's some pools you can go to for a fee, pool parties, but you gotta pay for those.
What is your channel?
Not Leaving Las Vegas.
Oh, what is it?
Called Not Leaving Las Vegas.
You know what? I'm one of your fan.
Oh, you are?
Your fan.
I appreciate you.
Man.
What's your name?
I'm John, one of your subscribers.
Oh, thank you so much for subscribing, boss. I appreciate you.
I got it.
Thank you, guys. Wow, look at that. It's like you get to travel the universe without having to leave the resorts world. I see that Bloomberg says there's a 74 by Q1, leisure will be impacted. So people are asking if Vegas is recession proof. There might be a video that I have to do on this, possibly just a studio in my studio video. Is Vegas recession proof? What a brilliant and quality question that is to ask. No place is recession proof. It really depends. I'm going to say this, it depends on the mindset of the people, and that's a big problem right now. We've entered into this era of everything sucks and corporate fat cats, and I have to be taken care of, especially like a younger generation, unfortunately. But the worst thing that can happen is when the government will say we're at a recession, which will happen in the next few weeks, and then we'll see how people's consumer confidence react. And that's, if you were thinking of buying a $5,000 kitchen renovation this year, you might not be doing it because you don't have confidence in the economy. So it's going to depend a lot on how people's mindsets are. But is Vegas recession proof? No, but in a way it is actually recession proof right now, in a way. So I'll explain. The last time we had a recession was in 2008, in 2007, 2008. But what's changed since then is that now Las Vegas is a place where people come from all over the world to go to major sporting events. For example, we'll have international soccer or football games here. They'll come to do NFL games. They'll make it a destination for NHL games. They'll make it a destination for, by moving to this whole sporting thing, they're basically making Vegas very recession proof. Does this make sense to anybody? Say yes in the chat if it does. Because, let's say you're a Baltimore Ravens fan and your team is playing in Vegas. And you'll go to Vegas to see the Ravens and visit Las Vegas, you see. And even if you're not gambling as much, you still get your butt into a seat in a casino and eat a meal, and you'll still buy a couple of fridge magnets for the folks back home. So by doing this whole thing with sports, they might have solved the problem of recession. And by bringing in big name entertainers like Adele and Bruno Mars, Aerosmith, Celine Dion eventually when she gets here, this resort alone, Resorts World, has Katy Perry, Blake Shelton, Carrie Underwood, and it's supposed to have Celine, but they're gonna have David Blaine here. By doing these things, they've basically set this up as a resort destination town instead of a place where you go just to blow a few grand, gamble, sit by the pool a little bit, maybe go to a show, maybe not go to a show. Now you're coming here for a thing that involves having to use these giant palaces they've built. So that's my take on it. it's much more of a good bet, you know, to be in casino stocks and things nowadays. But will we keep seeing $1.3 billion gambling wins? No, absolutely not. And are people traveling on borrowed money? Maybe, possibly. They're doing this before things get worse. It could be. What's this say? Sports recession connection. I don't know if it'll go viral, but I think that would be a video to do. Hold on. Set a reminder for tomorrow at noon to talk about Vegas and recession proofness.
Okay.
All right, so I'll be reminded of that. So that's it. I mean, football doesn't stop during a recession. The National Hockey League doesn't stop during a recession. You know, Euroleague, European football leagues, Premier League, they're going to do a game here, I think, in the future. Whatever. We got the MLS franchises tapping on our door. Major League Baseball is thinking of coming in. So those don't stop. Sure, the tickets might drop in price a little bit, but that's, as we talked about yesterday, that's not a major factor of a sports franchise. They make their money off of merchandising and television agreements. So, hi, Steven. Say hi to my wife, Delcy. Steven. He said that you're the best wife. And he's so happy that he's married to you, Delcy. Nice to talk to you, Delcy. Nice to see you on the channel tonight. You would get sports people who don't follow Vegas stuff. Yeah, it's possible. The thing about it is this, okay? If I did a really good video on something on my channel and it resonated with fans of, I don't know, sports, they would never come back to my future videos. So you got to watch for that. Think about it this way. I want to explain this to you, okay? If you're a channel that covers the New York Yankees and then you make a video about the Red Sox and the video trends really well, you might have a bunch of Red Sox fans come into your channel and subscribe to you, but since the next week you go back to making videos about the Yankees, those Red Sox fans never come back. So you kind of have to cluster your channel around a niche and serve that audience what they want all the time, or else they don't come back. There's probably a better example I could use would be like if a TV station had one show that did really well, everybody would set their DVR just for that one show. They'd never come back to watch the channel a second time. If it was a sporting show, everybody loved it. All those fans that love outdoor sports would go watch it, and then the very next day it's back to cooking and interior design. They're not going to come back for that. The fans and the ones who love Vegas and sports would sub. It happened to me. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll do the video. I really do think that, and I always wondered, I'm like, I even said it last night. I said, well, Vegas you're selling to just a tourist, but there it is. Therein lies the thing. So that was I had a 24-hour thought that came full circle just now. Last night, somebody was talking about Major League Baseball, so let's just do this, okay? The smallest Major League Baseball ballpark is the Cleveland, whatever they're called. What is Cleveland called nowadays? The Gladiators, right? Gladiators? Whatever they're called. Cleveland has a 30,000 seat ballpark. Now, they'll play 181 games a year, which is 61 home games. So you go like this, you go 30,000 times 61. So
It's 2,400,000.
So now you got to fill up 2,430,000 seats if you want to sell out every game, but you're not going to do. That's fine. But then you start adding in the other venues. You start adding in Allegiant. Okay, let's do that. 65,000 times 8.
It's 520,000.
520,000. So now we're up to about 3 million, give or take. Hold on. 18,000 times 61.
That would be
Oh, I was wrong. 41.
It's 700.
So we're up to like 4 million almost. 3.7 million people. You want to bring 3.7 million people to fill up those seats, right? That's between the Golden Knights, who play 41 home games a year, play half of whatever it is. I did the math. And then you have your football, which is your Raiders. So you have to think for a minute how attainable that is. But then you think about all these folks who will come to these games. And that's how Vegas becomes recession-proof. Cleveland Guardians. What did I say? Gladiators? I said Gladiators. Guardians, Gladiators. It's actually a pretty cool name. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a Native American person, so I can't say whether or not they should have changed it, but I'll leave that up to the actual people that might be impacted, not tell everybody what to think. So we're walking on the strip. There's a lot of crowds. You can see how they're walking from Resorts World to the strip. You got to think then, one of the most expensive pieces of property on the strip has to be this land on the other side of this giant mural, right? It's critical. I don't know about the dispensaries. Planet 13 is probably what you're going to go to anyways. Planet 13 is not far from here. It's behind this building here. So Planet 13 is behind the Fashion Show Mall and the Treasure Island. You're probably just going to end up going there. I wouldn't say worry about the cheapest dispensary because pretty much, as far as I understand it, dispensaries are all going to be about the same price. I pee on dead people, so Lakers should be changed because people drown in lakes. Oh no, I love it, but that's crazy. But you get the weekend throwing craps for that. Thank you so much for the super chat. Boom. Anyways, how many miles do you walk in a week? I don't know. I think I manage on average 15,000 steps a day according to my watch. And all these fitness bands are full of lies, but I think step counting is a pretty safe bet on how many feet and miles you walk and this kind of stuff. So whatever that is, how many feet in a mile? 3,500 or something like this? The Reef Dispensary is better. Planet 13 is like the Apple Store. I don't know, man. I don't do the... Pardon me. Excuse me. I don't really do the dispensaries. We're trying to get down to Harrah's because somebody in this chat who I've never met before, Critical, I think he's watching. He might want to see Harrah's. So we're trying, that's our goal. Our mission, if we choose to accept it, is to get down to Harrah's at some point tonight. Can you imagine Stephen approaching politicians, asking questions? What would I ask them? Excuse me, why are you a lying scumbag? No, here's what I... You ask politicians, excuse me, were you ever a young person? They say yes. Great. Wonderful. When you were 12, I'm just wondering if everything you said was a lie. And they'd say, no, of course not. I'd say, then why is everything you say now a lie, sir or madam? That probably wouldn't go over very well. 5280, okay, so 3 miles a day, maybe, I guess. Stephen, did you see the statement Adele said about why she canceled Vegas? I don't know. Did she give a reason why? I was reading the RJ article, but the Review Journal article. She said she's coming back to Vegas just waiting on one piece of equipment. What a phony. Hello, my friend Omar Obi-Wan Corona. Ask the politicians why they are going to do about our water issues at Lake Mead. You just have to restart your phone once in a while. True, Stephen. I don't care who they are. You know, a lot of you guys hated Donald Trump, but the economy was better. Now we got a guy who is not mean to people, but the economy's worse, but both of them are liars. Everybody lies. Trump lied. Biden lies. Nancy Pelosi lies. Chuck Schumer lies. Who's the other side? Mitch McConnell lies. They're all a bunch of dirty, lying bastards. They don't care about us. They care about power on both sides. Both sides care about power, political power, staying in business, staying at the top of their game, staying at the top of their... That's why politics sucks, and I used to get into it with you guys, but it's all a bunch of dirty liars. You know. Everybody lies, baby. Carol's right. Carol lies. I've lied in the past. You've lied in the past. The only perfect person was Jesus. How do you know when a politician is lying? I think the punchline is when their lips are moving. It's weird. I'm getting other live stream notifications, just not his. Mark, then if you're not getting the notifications for live streams, just unsubscribe to the channel and then resubscribe and then hit the bell for notifications right afterwards. How the hell does Jaycation? I don't know. Thank you so much. You get Alan from The Hangover. Woo! I don't know. Jaycation's better than me. That's the way the market works. If someone has more subscribers than you, they're automatically better. If a business does, if this hamburger shop sells more burgers than the next one, they're automatically better. Yep, most politicians are corrupt. Yeah, I don't think they go into it that way, most of them. I think most of them go into it with big plans to change the world for better ways, and then they see how the system really works, and then they have to change their plans because it's just not practical for them to be altruistic and good in the world that they live in. No, Mark Edwards is saying he's not getting notifications. This would be not the first time. I've heard this. There's channels that I subscribe to, and I know I hit the notification on channels. Linus Tech Tips. There's signed up for them. I know I hit the bell. I know I selected all notifications. Tech Tips. Or as some ordinary gamers. The guy uploads all the time and I don't get his notifications. Anyways, it doesn't. Of course, my friend. Storm. The decision. Of course, she doesn't like, nor does she need to perform. She doesn't need to perform. She doesn't like to perform because some people are jazzed about going in front of a big crowd. It's her prerogative. Yep, Adele's had Matt doesn't get Linus's notifications either. It's all a grand Tech Tips. Probably seems like one of the nicest people on all of YouTube, by the way. He really does. This Freddy's is open. I don't know why. Sucks. I'm getting annoyed with this. I could probably just cut out. See if we can get. They're getting shot. I only lost half the audience. Rename it to I'm Not Leaving YouTube. Yeah, so everybody knows, right? It's been for me. Hopefully you guys have had a good day too. But I don't know why the connection right here. I was trying to get down. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, network performance right now. So I'm almost ready to quit and then